So I want to introduce everybody. If you're just joining us, my name is Maria Quavan, here from the Fox 11 Newsroom in Los Angeles, and we have the very talented and very beautiful Lucy Lawless. I wish we had like an applause track out here. Hi. You have lighter hair from the last time I saw you. Beautiful. Which do you prefer, lighter?
Well, actually, this is probably my natural color. I say probably because I can't really remember. I've had every color under the sun. It's close to my hair growing up.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Now, you are visiting us today because you're promoting the show.
Yeah.
You're on right now Spatacus.
Spatacus is starting tomorrow night in America at 10 p.m. and I hope you guys will be watching. We have a show of hands.
We have some big hands. Yes, we have some big hands. And let's open it up to some questions because I know they're anxious to ask you a few questions. Hey, Shaka, I was wondering, Shaka, is there any way that they can turn on the audio on the set? That way we can. It's very casual here. This is the social desk, and this is kind of like a behind-the-scenes look at what we do back here in the newsroom. So anyway, okay, you guys, listen. Let's ask Lucy some questions. So let's start with who's got the first? Joe. Who's got? Hi, Joe.
Yeah,
what's
sure.
Joe is in New York, and he's got some questions for you.
Yes, Lucy, I'm a big fan. I've watched your career from Xena to Spartacus Vengeance. I mean,
my favorite kind of fan.
When you were 12.
You've been in so many different shows. You appeared on Curb Your Enthusiasm. You were on 2.5 Men. All my favorite sitcoms. Tell us over the course of the career, what's been the most fun you've had? Which show have you enjoyed the most?
Oh, actual fun as you remember it from your childhood, because we were the little show. We didn't have much money. We had no expectations except to get up and have a great time every day. So that was the most actual fun. Also, Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm was right up there in terms of fun.
Where did you shoot Xena the Warrior Princess? Where was that?
We shot that in New Zealand. That's where I was discovered, as it were.
Excellent. So back home. Okay. Who's next? Who's got another question? Harold, I know.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'm looking at your Internet Movie database. It's huge. It's on there. It also says you were in Spider-Man. What's that?
Oh, I did a little
sort
of cameo on Spider-Man because Sam Raimi is my husband, one of my husband's oldest friends, and they're producing partners. So Sam said, "Come on up," and I happened to be in New York, and it was. I was a punk rocker.
Yeah.
Just say his heart.
Well, what was your absolute favorite role that you played of all the ones you've played so far?
I'm going to say Xena was the most fun, but Lucretia is my favorite role because it's so challenging and takes me places I could never go on my own. The places that are really, really hard, those roles, things that demand more of me than my own experience. Things that push me beyond my own experience.
Maybe you're not quite Lucretia. Like, she can be quite bad, can't she?
Well, the truth is, I play Lucretia as if I could be that bad.
Okay.
So you just you extrapolate out all your own negative qualities, and believe it or not, I have some. And you just push them to extremes, and that's what allows you to do these things with authenticity. So.
That's what's fun about acting.
So I have to say, well, she kind of is me.
Yeah.
Kind of,
a little bit.
But I wouldn't think to do these things on my own. I get the script, and that's the inspiration. So yeah.
Justin or Stephen, do you have a question?
What would you say was the hardest scene for you to portray?
It's coming up in this season. I would just have to go home and my brain would have to go to sleep. So I'd either literally go to sleep or you go home and slug a quart of whiskey or I don't know what. But things that were so hardcore all coming up this season.
Now,
but I want you to know that Lucretia ends up on a high note.
Good. Well, we see a lot of you in Spatacus.
I'm afraid so.
How do you feel about that? Being so
I thought now that she's not, when we find her, she's living in the squalor and the filth and blood and excrement of, the massacre. And I thought for sure, now that she's lost her marbles, there'll be no sex. And I'm totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Okay. Stacy, do you have a question? Anyone else have a question?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Lucy, how do you combat typecasting? As far as, anytime you get, as an actor, you get an iconic role and you're identified as that character, moving forward in your career, it's got to be difficult to break that typecast. How do you handle that kind of dilemma as an actor?
Yeah, I never worried about it ahead of time. Looking back, I can see that has affected my career, but I'm still grateful for, I got all the right problems, right? If you have a show that's so successful that people identify you with that role, then
you did something right.
Yeah, you did something right. However, the way that I actively have tried to combat it is to take very small, non-paying roles in tiny independent movies that allow me to play the victim or the stain on the wall, like when I was on Flight of Conchords, it was a chance to be a zero.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I wanted that, and the wardrobe lady said, so tell me about the colors you wear, the styles. I said, I tell you what, I look terrible in is like dirty soft yellows, beige, dirty like blush pinks and greens, and they were like, great, that's what we're going to dress you in.
But okay.
So that I could be just a wallflower, and I relished that. But that's me. I like.
I know you have to go, but I want to ask you one last question, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I know that you have quite the voice, and you are a singer.
I do, but when like in Spatacus, you're working such early hours and doing such hardcore drama, my voice honestly vanishes.
Really?
It's gone. I don't even try to sing in that period because it's too much of a force. I think my body is working too hard, and my voice
next time
goes away.
Next time you come, maybe we can get you to run.
If I'm not working, I'll do it.
Okay, all right, that's a promise, because I know she'll be back. She's a friend of the show. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to watch Spatacus tonight on Stars, right?
27th, so it's tomorrow night, 10 p.m. on Stars.
Okay, all right.
Maria, don't forget your shot. You got to take a photo shot.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
We're going to do a photo shot. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Oh, wait, hang on. Yes. Okay. Did you guys take it?
Ta-da!
Okay. Thank you.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
This Google Plus thing, you've got to get on top of it. Get your people to make
Yeah, Lucy, when will we see you on Google Plus?
Yeah. She's going to get
I
on
don't
it.
even know what it is. I've never twittered.
Oh, you got to get on it.
We can totally make you famous on the internet.
It's really
Yeah.
Because that's where it's at now. I've just done this publicity blitz in New York and LA, and it's all about the .coms now.
Well, this is, Twitter and Google Plus, but this is a great way for you to just get your message out. And
Hey Maria, I just threw up that map of my followers. Show that to her.
Oh, see his map right here? This is Robert's map of all his followers, and what he'll do is he'll send a message to all his followers so that he can tell them to watch you tomorrow.
Whoa!
Power.
Geeks for the win!
And as Spider-Man, I wasn't a blonde screaming woman. I was a punk rock. Spider-Man, and I just was smoking. Was like, he's hot.
She's a punk rocker. I love it. Okay, thank you. I know they're trying to get out here. Bye, Maria. Bye.
Man, busted.
That was awesome.